Hello, welcome back to Sorare Assist. Adam here, and today I'm going to be highlighting the best players from each group in the upcoming World Cup. In this video I'm going to be highlighting players from Group A. We'll also be looking at the odds and the favourites as well for each group, starting with Group A in today's video. There is going to be a few videos over the next few weeks highlighting each group and all the best players for those groups. If you do like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. Also check out my Patreon as well and SorareAssist.com. As I say, I'm going to be highlighting the best players from Group A in today's video. I'll also be looking at the odds as well. I'll also then be highlighting my personal best SO5 team from Group A. Remember as always that none of this content is financial advice. So let's get stuck in then, guys. I'm going to be starting with the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, then forwards. First of all though, let's look at the odds for Group A and the teams in that group. So here we are then, this is Group A. So as you can see, the Netherlands are the favourites in this group, followed by Senegal, then Ecuador, and last but not least, we have Qatar. Now, there wasn't actually any players from Qatar on Sorare at the moment, none that are actually worth highlighting in today's video. But I will of course be highlighting some players from the other teams. Obviously Netherlands are the big favourites in this one, and rightly so. So let's get stuck into it then with the goalkeepers first of all. So in goal, it was an easy choice really. Well, not that easy actually, because Pasveer has only just got his place in the Netherlands squad. He did start the recent internationals, and whether he's going to be the first choice or not at the World Cup is another thing. There is obviously Jesper Cillessen biting at his heels as well. He was on the bench on the recent friendlies. So let's have a look at his form then for the Netherlands. So as you can see, in his 2 games he's actually kept 2 clean sheets with an average score of 73.8 and an AA of 13.8. So as you can see, he started life really well in the Netherlands squad, so he's obviously going to be a big pick for the favourites in the group. So on to defenders now, and the first one I've gone for is Felix Torres of Santos Laguna and Ecuador. If I look at his form for Ecuador, he's done pretty well as you can see from his scores here. Didn't play in the last game, he was out of the squad, don't know if that was through injury or something like that, but he is usually a regular as we can see here. And in the last year he's scored 1 and assisted 1 as well in a defensive position. He's got an average score of 56.9 in the last year with an AA of 15.6, so it's definitely a decent option for Ecuador in the easiest fixtures in this group. The other defender I've gone for Ecuador is Pierre Hincapié, who also plays for Bayer Leverkusen. If you look at his scores for Ecuador in the last year, he's got a 57.6 average, AA of 17.6, and he's also scored 1 goal in the last year, won a penalty kick, and also got a last man tackle / clearance off the line. So he could be another decent option, and he's obviously young as well, so if they do an under-23 tournament during the World Cup, then he's going to be a potential option there. So if we look at the Senegal's team then in defence, we've got Koulibaly, who now plays for Chelsea. Looks at his scores for Senegal, pretty impressive really, 62.6 average in the last year. He's also got an assist as well, but he is prominently a centre back, so he's potentially going to get you plenty of points with plenty of tackles, which I'm sure Senegal will need, because they will probably have a lot of attack on their goal. Next up in defence for Senegal, we've got Abdou Diallo of now Leipzig. Obviously he used to play for PSG. So in the last year he's scored a goal for Senegal as well. He's also got a 56.8 average and an AA of 18.6. So another really good potential option in your World Cup lineups. Now moving on to the Netherlands defenders then, we've got the fantastic Virgil van Dijk, who of course plays for Liverpool. You can see from his Holland stats that he's doing absolutely brilliant with an average of 74.4 in the last year and an AA of 35.8. He's also scored 2 goals as well in the last year for the Netherlands in 7 appearances. So as you can see, Virgil van Dijk is an absolutely fantastic player in your squads, in defence, and obviously he's playing for the favourite in the group. Another good defender for the Netherlands is Daley Blind, who also of course plays for Ajax. So he's dominant for both club and country, this guy. 69.2 average for the Netherlands with an AA of 30.5, which is absolutely brilliant. He's played 8 of the games, he's started 2 off the bench as well, but he's also got 2 assists for the Netherlands as well in the last year. So he's looking a really solid option. Another good option for the Netherlands again is Denzel Dumfries. Also plays for Internazionale in the Italian Serie A. He's got 61.2 average for the Netherlands in the last year. He started 8 games for Netherlands in the last year, scored 3 goals and also got 2 assists as well to boot. So he's looking a really good attacking defensive option for your teams. Moving on to midfielders now, and there's only actually one midfielder, believe it or not, that I managed to find that was decent in this group. And that is Frankie de Jong, who plays for Barcelona and Netherlands. Now for the Netherlands in the last year, he's got 1 assist, he's played 8 games, he's got an AA of 20.5 and an average of 57.2. So he's looking a fairly decent option in your midfield. Moving on to forwards then. First one, I've gone for Ecuadorian Gonzalo Plata, who also plays for Real Valladolid in the Spanish La Liga. In the last year for Ecuador, he's got 2 assists and he's also won a penalty kick as well. Got a few decent high number scores here, as you can see, 52.4 in the last year average. Another good forward for Ecuador is Enner Valencia, who plays also for Fenerbahce. He's actually scored 4 goals in the last year for Feyenoord in 5 appearances. 52.7 is his average over the last year. In terms of forwards for Senegal, we've got the fantastic Sadio Mane, who now of course plays for Bayern Munich. In the last year for Senegal, he scored 3 goals and also got 2 assists. He's got 62.4 average over the last year, 15.6 AA in 9 appearances. He also got a 100 score as well here in game week 241 for Senegal. So as you can see, a really good option up front. Another good option up front is Memphis Depay. Currently injured, hopefully will be back in time for the World Cup. He also plays for Barcelona as well, been in and out with the team there for Barcelona. But for the Netherlands in the last year, he's scored 8 goals and also got 4 assists. He's got a fantastic average of 75.7 as well, with an AA of 16.6 in 7 appearances. So if he can get back into the Netherlands squad after his injury, then he could be a really good option up front. Another really good option is Cody Gakpo of PSV and the Netherlands. In the last year for the Netherlands, he scored 2 goals and 1 assist in 4 starting appearances, and he's also got an average of 67.9 with an AA of 22.1. So there's plenty of options there to go off, and now I'm going to highlight my Group A best SO5 team. So here it is, my Group A dream team. So as you can see, I've gone for a full Netherlands stack here. That makes sense. These are all the best performing players for the country as well, based on positions. And obviously the Netherlands are the favourite in this group. So I've gone for a defensive stack with the Netherlands here with Pasveer and Van Dijk. In midfield I've had to go for Frankie de Jong because he was the only selection that I managed to find for this group. And up front I've gone for Gakpo, and I've also put Depay in there. Now if Depay can get fit in time for the World Cup, I think he's probably going to be one of the key men for the Netherlands if he can get back into the team. So I have took a punt here on Memphis Depay to be fit for the World Cup and get into the team. As I say, it's still unclear whether Pasveer will be number 1 for the Netherlands in the World Cup, but it certainly looks that way after he's played the last 2 international games. So I'm sure you'll agree, this team is looking absolutely brilliant, and it's probably going to do really well in that Group A in the World Cup. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, smash the like button. It's not that far away now and starts in November. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Sign up to Sorare below. Check out my Patreon and SorareAssist.com, and also if you want to sign up to Sorare, you can do that by hitting that subscribe button below, where you'll get 13 common cards and a free limited card. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you on the next one.